Hello and welcome to InvestorToday.ca. I'm your host, Dave Glover. InvestorToday.ca is brought to you in conjunction with RBL Communications, your online IR professionals. It is Friday, February 8th, and today I will be joined by Mr. Eric Owens. Eric Owens, who is the president and CEO of Alexandria Minerals. Dateline, February 7th, 2013. Alexandria Minerals Corporation increases indicated resources 9% and inferred resources 263% at its Akasaba Gold-Copper Project. Alexandria Minerals, which trades on the TSX Venture under the symbol AZX, on the Frankfurt Exchange under the symbol A9D, and in the United States under the symbol ALXDF. Alexandria Minerals Corporation has provided an updated resource estimate at its 100% owned Akasaba property in Bourlamaque Township, Val-d'Or, Quebec. The new mineral resource estimates, which are NI 43-101 compliant, were completed by independent qualified person Christian Damours of GeoPoint.com in Val-d'Or, Quebec. Mr. Owens, welcome to the show.
Well, Dave, thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here, as always.
Well, and it's a pleasure to be able to get a hold of you. I know you've been really busy now. You had some great news out on Thursday, I guess it was, on February 7th. And can you tell the listeners a little bit about what exactly that news means? I mean, we talked about the inferred and we talked about the indicated resource. Where do you want to take it?
Well, yes. We did release new updated resource estimate at our Akasaba project, which is our flagship property now. It effectively put us over 1 million ounces at that particular project. That includes about 900,000 ounces of gold, plus about 138 million pounds of copper. And the equivalent of that copper and gold is about 340,000 ounces.
Well, and it's a great location in Quebec. I mean, that is one of the hottest areas in Quebec right now, isn't it, Val-d'Or?
Yes, it's a very active area. There are a number of mines in the region. Agnico-Eagle is present. Nile Gold is present a little further west. We have a Cisco, of course, with its 14 million ounce deposit at Malartic. And a little bit further beyond that is IM Gold. So there's a lot of activity in the area. It's produced, Val-d'Or itself has produced about 25 million ounces of gold over its history. The broader region, probably 70 million ounces. So it's a good place to be looking for gold.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's talk about the significance of the numbers, particularly the most recent numbers for Alexandria.
Well, Akasaba, adding the 1.2 million ounces of gold, actually with the copper in there, is quite intriguing for us and our geologists. We're rethinking our own models for the deposit, but we certainly feel that we just scratched the surface. This amount of gold now gives Alexandria over 2.2 million ounces of gold on its broader property package, which is very significant in a region like Val-d'Or, where we've got a lot of infrastructure in the area. We've got roads, mines, personnel, labor, electricity, hydro. It also shows the growth potential for this particular project, which we believe has a significant potential for multi-million ounces. We've got geological similarities there with mines with other gold deposits like Agnico-Eagle's La Ronde deposit, which is a 10 million ounce gold deposit.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a lot of excitement about this project. We also think that we'll find more gold with drilling. The significance of this new resource update has been that after our first resource update in 2012 in March,
mm-hmm.
We stepped out. We changed our approach a little bit and started stepping out farther. And the result was a new discovery that is the copper gold zone, what we call the West Zone. And it has been a very successful drilling program. The 10 or 12 drill holes that we drilled to define that West Zone come out at a cost of about 47 cents per ounce of gold discovered. So it's been a very successful program in a very difficult year. It doubled our resource in less than 12 months.
Mm-hmm.
So we're very pleased with the way this is going.
Well, can we talk a little bit about the spacings, if we will, on the drill programs? Because that's obviously a huge part of what makes a drill program successful, right? The distance of the drill and the spacings?
Yeah. To some degree. It depends on the type of deposit, of course.
Mm-hmm.
In the new West Zone, our drill spacing is 100 meters, which is actually a fair distance. But the continuity of mineralization between the holes from hole to hole is such that we're fairly confident that yes, while down the road we may have to close that gap or close that spacing with more drill holes to increase the sort of the statistical requirements for calling it measured and indicated or something like that.
Right.
We feel that's unnecessary at this time. Our goal here is to see how big the gold system there is in the Akasaba project and the surrounding properties there. And from that point of view, we want to drill as many holes as far apart as possible to see how big and how many tons we can put together at this stage.
Well, that brings us to the next question, which was our question about your plans and any benchmark goals for 2013.
Yeah, well, currently our immediate plans is we are going to continue drilling. We have 3 drill rigs turning right now, 2 at Akasaba and 1 on our Sleepy project. Our Sleepy project is a project we periodically bring a drill rig onto. It's about 13 kilometers east of Akasaba on the same property package. And we put a little bit of time and effort into that every so often. It has 1.5 million tons grading 3 grams per ton for about 150,000 ounces, and we have in recent years expanded on that. So that brings us to one of our goals here this year is to try and produce an updated resource estimate at our Sleepy project later on in 2013. We know we've added significantly already to that resource, which was done in 2009, so it's time to update that. Secondly, we're going to continue drilling at Akasaba because we have been having such good success there with a couple of rigs. We're stepping out. Again, the focus is changing from defining a zone to seeing how big this system can be at this stage of the game with the limited resources that we have. And that includes both drilling at depth, below about 600 meters deep, in our efforts to test the high-grade zone, but also to step out along strike, testing other shallow targets in other areas along strike, which are similar to this new west zone.
Well, it's a great opportunity for investors who don't actually know the story of Alexandria Minerals to actually maybe take a look at the website. And folks, you can go right to info at AZX.ca. That's the trading symbol on the TSX. It's Alexandria Minerals, AZX.ca. Just to recap the news, Alexandria Minerals indicated resources 9%. And Inferred Resources 263% at its Akasaba Gold Project. This is news generated on February 7th of 2013. I've been speaking with Eric Owens, who is the president and CEO of Alexandria Minerals. Eric, always a great pleasure to speak with you, and we look forward to speaking with you again with more great news this season.
Well, we should have some drilling results out in the next several weeks, so I look forward to getting back here and talking about those.
Well, and we'll keep you posted, listeners. You've been listening to InvestorToday.ca. I'm your host, Dave Glover. We'll see you next time.